Welcome back, Commander.
To that village, Poisson. And get our guys out of the Fritz's clutches. This is a rescue mission.
Look at the whippersnapper bossing people around when he's barely smelled a Bosch in his life.
Sergeant Howard, do not disrespect your superiors.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir. But you don't forget who you are either, Lieutenant.
Okay, Men of War
The
2.
other combat engineers are not here to change a rookie lieutenant's diapers.
First of 3 missions.
Why didn't HQ send us a proper officer?
No, he's grousing. Grouse, grouse,
Hold it,
grouse.
Sergeant. I'm here. And that means you're going to follow my orders. There's a pile of some crap heaped up down the road. Sergeant Howard, take your men and check it. If there aren't any mines, we're going to ram right through.
Yes, sir. You, in the meantime, can sit here and not get in the way.
This is
Got it, sir.
This is the demonstration version of Men of War 2, out on Steam today. May the 10th to May the 14th is due to run, so it's only 4 days hands-on. It's got quite a few features in it. It's got 3 single-player missions, some kind of
Yes, sir.
dynamic campaign, perhaps some kind of player versus player.
Got it,
All
sir.
to try out. I'm probably just gonna have time to do the missions. I hope I have time to do the missions. We'll find out. And I've left the music on. I'll turn it off next level. But it's plinkety plonkety, and we're all creeping around in the bushes. Dun dun dun. Anyway, yeah, very entertaining. I'm quite enjoying it. It's such a relief to be playing in a modern game engine. I don't know, it's an old clunker of a game engine, but it's such a relief after Call to Arms to have icons I can read on the screen, words that I can read on the screen that aren't just too tiny. And I quite like them. You know, I quite like all those big juicy icons at the bottom there. They're basically all the same buttons from the normal games that you want, you know, highlight dead bodies, highlight dropped items, that kind of stuff. And mechanically and functionally it is the same, it's clearly the same software.
Got it, sir.
So they might have wiggled the UI a bit around and
Landmines. A crap ton of landmines, Lieutenant. This is gonna take
it's
at least
not
a
very
couple of hours to
polished.
clean up.
Yes, sir.
Things suddenly
Damn it,
load
that
in.
was
Dum!
short path.
And everything's, but you know, there are lurches.
If we keep messing around in here, the Krauts are gonna turn our guys in the village into bratwursts.
Yeah. Turn them into bratwurst. I
You're
think
right,
that's
Sergeant.
German
So
for
we should
breakfast.
waste no time and go through the bocage. The infantry first, and the tanks right behind them.
Infantry first, tank right behind. Okay, let's do it. I'll take the infantry.
Got it, sir.
Now it seems to me that the tanks are being AI controlled. So I'm just taking the infantry.
Got it, sir. We'll do that.
So I get a nice form. I'll probably just do form line. I really like line formations in infantry. It's the way to get the most possible guns
In progress.
aiming on a target at one time. I don't know if you ever played Armed Assault, but that was a big line formation is
Yes,
serious.
sir.
In a line formation, if I'm walking towards one man,
Goddamn numbers, we're gonna lose
20
our guys.
guns wide, a 20 gun wide line will have 20 guns firing on that one man every time back
Mechanic, I'm
on any
ordering
one
you
of
to
the
go
20
full
people
ahead.
firing on him.
Halt, Sergeant Bridges.
So wherever possible, I want to meet my enemy in a line formation. I don't want to be
Yes, sir.
hiding, behind a rock and just trying to angle. In a first-person shooter, I'm angle shooting, aren't I? I peek round the corner, around further, shoot whoever's there, bring further.
Squad, open fire!
Sneaky.
Sergeant Bridges. Damn you.
With the line
From
formation,
now
I
on, everyone
basically
will listen to
maximum
my
response.
orders.
Maximum guns return fire.
Howard, throw smoke grenades at the Fritzes and take out their
Right, throw smoke grenades. Took me a little while to
Yes,
find the
sir.
smoke grenades.
Tanks will
But
stay
they are
put
there.
till this overgrowth has been cleared of Fritzes with anti-tank guns.
Yes, sir!
What's the smoke grenades? Right, that thing, that's the anti-tank trap.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! We'll do that!
Wall of Shermans.
We'll do that!
So look at my Thompson. I think it's got a drum mag, don't you think? Doesn't that look like a drum magazine? I think it does. But no, it's 2D image, so why not? Oh yeah, very good to life.
Shoot his ass in four!
So there go the smokes. It's interesting that they all throw smokes. I think a lot of smokes went in, and then I clicked it to also smoke the right. A lot more smokes went in the right. Previous versions of the game, if you clicked all people to throw a grenade, like I've done there, there was just about 10. There'd only one man would throw one grenade. This one, you click throw a grenade to the squad, everyone in the squad throws a grenade.
In progress!
So that's my skirmish line. Crest that hill simultaneously. Blam whatever's on the other side. Again, I'm pretty much not controlling the tank until I'm left on my man.
The German armored cars heading straight for us.
It's panicking. Got tanks in back. Here are the guns and the anti-tank infantry. About to blow up this armored truck.
Yeah, the game's definitely choppy. It's definitely without polish. By being the same core game.
Yes, sir!
Taking a couple of years of
Try this!
grenade that. Wow. So, the first captured gun. We're going to take that one. That's coming with us. That'll be the linchpin of our invasion of France.
Yes, sir!
Like, we'll never have managed to invade France if we hadn't have captured that gun. Thank God we had such a great and skillful
Got it, sir.
commander. Yeah. And that, grandson,
We'll do that.
granddaughter, is how the war was won.
Got it, sir!
Yeah.
In
Except this is World
progress.
War II. It's a war that's never
Got it,
won.
sir.
I must keep fighting it. Till it is. So I slap in there in that little hole.
Got it, sir!
And then do another crest up here.
Yes, sir!
See what's on the other side of this when we're all coming in together. Oh look, already. There's a marvel or somebody's definitely flanking with a load of infantry. But the back of that field is some kind, is that like a marder or something? Tank destroyer, yeah, marder. Alright, well we're not going to stick up our heads up there and snipe it with a rifle. We're going to put this cannon up there. Hopefully it's going to pop up in a bush, get first shot, and that's all it'll do. Oh, it's had first shot. It's not getting shot back at yet. Hull pierce, like it. I wonder if we can capture this.
Safe
Try
in
to hull
here.
destroy.
And get your
Okay,
rust
well,
buckets moving.
doesn't look very capturable.
job,
Send the
guys.
troops in.
Let's go ahead and move out. We've been stuck here long enough as it is.
We'll do that. Fire shots! Commando! Yes!
So the scenery's still destructible. Bushes are blowing up. It is a little hard to get used to. The graphics feel different.
Yes, sir!
Feel bigger when it comes to your heroes.
Yes, sir!
Big bone. They feel essentially less high res. I'm not sure how to explain it. The tank is taking up more of the more pixels on the screen. It feels bigger. Obviously, it's the same scale and compared to a tree or a human as it always was. But
We'll do that. Yes, sir!
I'm zoomed in quite. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if I make sense to you.
Good
It
job,
feels bigger.
guys. We're almost at the village. I hope Lieutenant Belloc had more luck today than I did.
Right, so our objective is to get to town, defend town, and then retreat from town. Inferno tanks. Absolute punishment. That's what tanks do to infantry.
In progress!
Just smash them in the eyes. Blow them apart.
Yes, sir!
I'm in control of my. I'm not in control of these tanks. I'm in control of the infantry, so I'm bringing my men up to this hill here, where I'm placing them there, to overlook that town. At some point, we'll be retreating out of that town across the river. I've reached the village of Croissant. Yes, oh, it's a croissant. The light must be in France, right? Name like Croissant. Yep. So I'm going to set this captured cannon in an overwatch position over that town, right here. I'll leave my troops up there too,
We'll do that!
and just see what happens. Play it by ear a bit. I'm kind of thinking we're going to be retreating this way, and I wouldn't mind having some kind of defensive formation to run
Yes,
past.
sir! Got it, sir!
Yes, a spoiler alert is I have seen enough of this mission to know that the objective is escape from town across the river.
Lieutenant, sir.
I've seen it on YouTube or something.
I've been told Lieutenant Belloc is in command of this unit. Where is he, Sergeant?
Killed by the Bosch, sir. Now I command the Company H gunners.
Colours are
Name's
okay.
Bush.
What's with the long radio silence, Sergeant?
Our only working radio got hit by a bullet. The Bosch had been breathing down our necks for 2 days straight. I wanted to cross the river with my men, but there were landmines along the road. And the Germans were watching the crossing. They had anti-tank guns hidden in the bocage.
Sergeant Bishop,
Sneaky. Look at that horse.
Are coming. They'll be here in a
I
couple
love
of
the way he
minutes.
rode in. Did you see his feet?
All right, Bishop, we'll talk later. Right now, I've got to get your asses out of here.
It's like my flaming
Retreat
charger
across the
from World of
river as soon as
Warcraft.
the
It kind of
bridges ease up
flies
the
in.
pressure.
Yeah.
Nobody tried to be a hero. Had enough of that shit
Flaming.
today.
We'll comply, sir.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Flaming charger. Yeah. So look how the music just cuts in and out. So it's a bit choppy. But fundamentally sound. Fundamentally, this is the gameplay, you know.
Yes, sir!
So I've got control of the tanks, right? Wow.
Here
Got
come the
control of
Boches.
everything. I'm in
Hold positions
control.
till I give the order to retreat. We can't let them
Finally.
strike at our back.
So there's an
How
artillery
many
piece gun there to
Americans
capture.
In progress!
That's smart, just not really out of town
Last
now.
time they had a few cannons and a handful of gunners, Herr Oberst.
Yes, sir!
Excellent. Shall deal with them and have time for supper before nightfall.
Last reminder. None of you takes leave the village till I give the damn order. The point is to slow the crowds down so they don't hit us in the back as we retreat to our positions.
So yeah, I'm going to build whatever sandbag deployments come with everything. The cannons, the machine gun nest here, the sandbag here. So like on Shift D. There's sandbags. Where's that? Machine gun pit. Do the same with this thing, Shift D. See what's just there. They're not the same sandbag emplacements that we used to. Changed graphic. Directions.
Enemy is ahead! Yes, sir!
Luckily, left some backstab troops out over the river. This doesn't seem very threatening, by the way. This is all very low-key. Things that come in, charge onto our tank, runs and then die.
A handful of gunners, you say, Gefreiter? What are these Germans then?
I'm sorry, Herr Oberst. I don't know where they came from.
All right, I think I see. It's the reinforcements. She what an unpleasant surprise.
Yes, unpleasant surprise.
My
Enemy.
tiger ready.
Ready, my tiger. Is this tiger really a tiger? I haven't seen a tiger yet. Seen a panther. Mark IV. This is how I'm going to describe the new graphics. Cartoony. These feel more cartoony, like a Company of Heroes graphic. But that's not going to put me off, because ultimately the gameplay's the same. The historical content is the same. Oh, the interface is so much friendly. GUI. Oh my god. This is native 4K. It's quite happy here. Part of the thing that makes it feel more cartoony is the big glowing icons above everything's head. The unit indicators. You know, the big green markers, the big red markers. Probably do the mod to tone them down or get rid of them entirely. That for me cartoonifies it. Highlights around the building look as I'm mousing over it. Cartoonifies it. It's also quite bright and colourful. It's not dirty and grimy and...
A great moment to retreat. Everybody, we're retreating across the river. That's an order. M18 crew, if you're still alive, you've got the speed advantage.
I have to say I've reloaded.
Cover us for now.
I didn't retreat. I just sat there and took it to him. Oh my god, and I was ripping them up. I was like, what, really? Do I have to retreat? Why am I retreating? I am ripping them up. Captured that gun.
The troops are in position.
Put down the line. The cannon, dragging out the cannon, the 105mm howitzer or whatever it is, it's tediously slow.
Yes, sir.
Pretty much a suicide run, so I'll cover them with this. Covering my retreat with that German gun and the other German gun that's still in the bush, overlooking the water. And I was supposed to be covering it with the Hellcat, but no, not very good orders. So that, yeah, he goes so slow. There are pathing issues. Spoiler alert, there are pathing issues. I'm having to re-click my guys to get them to put the foot down.
Gas is clear. Got it, sir.
Here's where Hellcat, he's supposed to be the last one out, but no, I like Hellcats. So I'm asking them all to stage over here.
Get ready for the fight.
Right. Get my retreat in order.
Yes, sir.
So the cannons are going to cover the rear. They're the rear guard, basically.
Got it, sir.
The kind of thing they're going to have massive loads of Germans. Retreating there quite hard. Look at that. Puma? Puma!
We'll do that. Fire and infantry.
The artillery. That's why you have to retreat from town.
Yes,
You
sir.
are being chased out by artillery. Stay in there, you will die. I think it's intelligent artillery. I don't think it's firing in a sort of pre-programmed, scripted
Yes, sir.
position. I think they aim for you.
Yes, sir.
just fired that
To give the
105
Americans
millimeter.
a taste of what a real tank is.
Oh, time to get back to taste what a real tank is. What is a real tank? Let's find out. That's it. I'm not impressed. Not very impressed with that one. That real tank. German gun on German tank. 2 German guns on multiple German tanks. Yeah, I had some pathing issues up here on this hill. It wouldn't drive down the other side. There was a load of rocks in the way. It messed me up. That's his real tank. What else do you got, mate? You got something better than that? Bring it. Bring it to battle. Let us see. So yeah, they're having kind of a pathing issue. There's between us and the extraction point, there's at least one more enemy ambush. Right, I can't remember what's in it. I think we have the force to just punch straight through it. Or at least we would have if we weren't stuck on that hill. So it's another personnel carriers, pretty got down there as well. Towed the cannon. Infantry. So as you can see by the blue markers that my AI is trying to drive me just in weird rings all around that hill rather than just drive straight down. There it is, right? Oh, shoot it! Yeah, I'm just trying to speed them down as fast as they'll possibly go, which just isn't very fast. And it turns out they want to walk all the way back here to go round that hill to fly me down.
Yes, sir.
Time for those guys to retreat.
We'll do that.
That's a cannon and 2 men to the exit. To the please. Watch this.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to hold the line here. You know, we should have just been running for our lives.
We'll do
We
that.
decided to retreat in good order.
Yes, sir.
Look at these. So now, look at this. That's why we have to retreat. There's no reason to stay. So that artillery is not, you know, they aimed at me. There's no way that the scripting knew I was going to be there. So these guys are in a lot of trouble. The reason they're in a lot of trouble is because they can't get out of there. They've got to drive all the way back to the river, go round the hill to come round. So they have like a massive pathing problem. It's going to result in my troops. It's the extraction just here. All they have to do is go there. But look at them. Instead, they're charging back into the enemy town to come round. Tanks. Just like that. I'm going to get these guys just to run for their lives. Flee, cowards!
Got it, sir.
Come on, bedwetters. Get out of that. Look at that. So I saw a panther in there. I haven't seen any tiger. There was a tiger in inverted commas.
Hooray! Got it, sir.
So they're basically out. That's the extraction point. Get there to win.
Yes, sir.
Tank crew's coming as well.
Ahead.
There's a route. We're just running for lives.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, if I played that all again,
Progress.
I wouldn't send my troops to fight from that hill that got them traffic jam, got into AI pathing issues. And I would expect to get out with all the tanks. Don't think I can save the artillery piece though. Can't figure that one out. That's going to be the end of it. Once we've done this, I'm going to cut the video, play the next mission, record that, and meet you back here. I hope. It's nice to be back. Good to have you on board. Here's the aftermath. We're about ready to start the next mission. I'll turn the music off for the next one because it's just making me too epically tense. Just too epic.
Germans dubbed him Der Fleischer for that, the butcher.
And
Yeah,
chop
sure.
it
Now's the
into
right
bits.
time to be afraid of Jerry's, Lieutenant. We almost kicked their asses if you didn't give that cowardly order
Randy,
to retreat.
Sergeant Randy.
Cut
He's a
it out,
drama queen.
Sergeant Howard. You keep acting out of line, I'm gonna report you to Major Hendricks.
If you say so, sir.
Right, folks. I hope you join me again. Men of War 2. We've just had a victory. I don't know why I described that as a victory. I completely decimated all my force. But yeah, that's a victory. Mission complete. Stirring, rousing music. Only I could play an instrument this well. Alright folks, nice to see you. Hope to see you very shortly. Come back soon.